Hello, Joe here from Scarff Ford. Today we're going to talk about this lovely 2022 Ford Explorer Timberline. The Timberline was a relatively new model for the 2022 model year. I think it came out in 2021 if I remember correctly. So the Timberline is a more off-roadable version of the Explorer. The regular Explorer, as great as it is, it's really designed for on-road use and very, very light off-roading, being built on car-based unibody architecture, which is fine for what most people want to do. The original Explorer of the early 90s was built on a truck platform, so it did a little bit better in off-road, but most people don't go off-road, so the new Explorer is built on unibody car-based architecture. So it's built a lot more like a car, not on heavy-duty truck-based body and frame platform, which isn't so great for going off-road, but that's okay. You can still make a crossover SUV like this great off-road. It's not going to be as good as like a Bronco with a Sasquatch package. It's much better off-road than the regular Ford Explorer. So what they do, as far as our hardware goes to make it better off-road, is you get a little bit higher ground clearance. I think it's 0.8 inches higher ground clearance than a comparable Explorer XLT. You get a better off-road suspension. I think they actually use the dampers from the Police Interceptor package Explorer, which are a little bit more heavy duty. And they have revised shocks and stuff like that for better encounters off-road. You have a torsion limited slip differential for the rear, which is better traction, which will give you better off-road traction, to name a few things. So like I said, you're not going to go rock rolling in this thing, but it's more than capable of doing light off-roading for a vehicle like this. And of course, it adds its own unique styling on the inside and outside for the Timberline package. Like, you have really cool green interior. You have this nice tangerine contrast stitching throughout the interior as well. You have that tangerine contrast stitching on the steering wheel. And then in the exterior, I'll show you some other additional features that are unique to the Timberline. We have the original build sheet on this one. There's a lot of standard equipment on the Timberline, but it does have a few optional items. It does have the twin panel moonroof, which is really nice. You have a power sunshade to dim things down if it gets too bright. Unfortunately, it's not happening now. Usually I like to do my videos outside, but it's raining cats and dogs outside, so I'm limited to our photo booth, which is nice. It's good lighting and stuff in here, but I can't have the car running, at least for a couple more than a few seconds. So we have a twin panel moonroof. That was $1,700 for that feature. And then the rest of the stuff is standard on the Timberline. This had an original MSRP of $49,535, but luckily on the pre-owned market, it's a lot less than the original MSRP. So you have 29,608 miles. Really cool analog gauges left and right. Then you have a digital gauge cluster in the middle that's configurable, so you can kind of pick and choose what information you want showing up there in the middle. Of course, we have a navigation system. We have a rear parking camera as well as an overhead camera. We have heated seats, heated steering wheel. Nice rotary dial to operate the transmission. It's really straightforward: park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then you have manual shift mode. You also have these steering wheel paddle shifters. We have some driver's assist features as well. We have adaptive cruise control. I believe this also has lane keeping assist. We have a blind spot warning. So the 10-speed automatic transmission matches to a 2.3 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, pumping out 300 horsepower. Even though it's a 4-cylinder without turbocharging and 300 horsepower, this thing's pretty quick. 0 to 60 right around 6 seconds flat. That's pretty quick for a vehicle this size. That's almost sports car territory. And of course, we have a heated seats, heated steering wheel. We have a drive mode selector offering different choices for driving and a terrain management system. More cool tangerine contrast stitching on the doors. They have the all-season mats. And the Explorer being a mid-size crossover SUV, you have lots of space, perfect for a growing family. The Timberline has a unique wheel and tire package with obviously more off-roadable tires. Then we have this matte plastic for the fenders. So normally this is a glossy material, but if you're going off-road, you're going to encounter sticks, brush, and things like that, which is going to scrape up the side of the vehicle. This matte plastic is going to be much better than a painted glossy plastic, which is going to easily get scratched up. And of course, they also have that in the lower portions of the vehicle as well, in the rocker panels. Then you also have a little bit of different front end styling, a different front fascia unique to the Timberline. These nice tow hooks, cool contrasting colors, and more of that matte plastic. There's that fantastic 2.3 liter turbocharged engine, 300 horsepower, matched to a 10-speed automatic transmission. You'll average right around the low 20 mile per gallon range as far as fuel economy between the city and highway. Lots of interior space in the rear. You have these very comfortable second row captain's chairs. And then nice spacious third row seating as well. And that pano roof also benefits the rear seat occupants as well. The second row seats are also heated, and you have rear climate control. We have a nice styling on the rear. We have the Timberline badging and then more of that matte plastic. This also has a tow package on it. Then of course we have a power lift gate. A little bit extra storage under there. And of course the seats fold down flat fairly easily. The second and third row to turn it into almost like a little cargo van. Great vehicle. So if you're looking for a crossover SUV with a little bit better off-road prowess than the usual selection that you have, the Ford Explorer Timberline is a great one to consider. And even though it's more off-roadable, you're not going to give up as much on-road driving dynamics. It's going to drive really nice on road versus going to something like a Bronco or a Jeep Wrangler, which you're going to have to sacrifice a lot more on-road drivability for that extra off-road prowess that most people aren't even going to come close to using. Thanks for taking the time today to watch this video. Hope to see you soon, and have a wonderful day.